Are you someone who doesn't like to overcomplicate things? Does playing big beat sticks and attacking face sound like your idea of a good time? Then maybe it's time to let out your inner animal with Zoo. Hello, I'm Constellation Gaming, and this is Decklist December. Today we'll be taking a look at Zoo, a hodgepodge mix of guides that are extremely strong, thrown together, and called a deck. Starting with the ELESTRALs, we have the best Elestral in the entire game, with 3 copies of Astrabbit, a 2/5 Thunder Elestral that states when this Astrabbit receives 1 or more Thunder Spirits, look at the top 3 cards of your deck, then add 1 of them to your hand and shuffle the rest into your deck. Extremely strong for being able to siphon out whatever you might need at the moment, and also a big defense body that is hard to get over. Next, all the water Elestrals that we're about to take a look at get around pretty much every single counter room in the entire game with the exception of Gorgon's Gaze. Starting off, we're going with 3 copies of Eddy, a 4/1 water, a 1-drop that states when you cast this Eddy, change the position of an Elestral. When a player casts Rock in a hard place, you can special ascend this Eddy into Kuribus from hand or deck. We don't have any Rock in a hard place, so the only part we care about is his first ability, stating to change position. Uh, he, like I stated before, gets around everything except for Gorgon's Gaze, and will at least trade with a rabbit through PTA, so he's extremely strong. Next, we have 3 copies of Galaxy, a 2/5 water 1-drop that states when this galaxy is enchanted, swap each water enchanted Elestral's attack and defense. Extremely strong for the ability to outplay water misenchants that are trying to get around tsunamis, and also gets around Cryoblast with the stat swap changes. Next, we have 3 copies of Mustation, who pairs extremely well with Galaxy due to the fact that Galaxy will swap his stat line automatically, and even on his own is a very relevant beater with his ability that says you can expend 1 water in order to swap this Mustation's attack and defense until the end phase. This effect can also be activated when an opponent normal casts an Elestral. So even without Galaxy, he has the ability to become a 6/1 on his own. Next, our honorary Water Elestral. We're playing 3 copies of Lumaru. His ability really isn't relevant due to the fact that he will never be properly enchanted in this deck. It is simply a 5/2 body that will more than likely be water enchanted. And he's way better than water enchanting Necruff due to the fact that under Atlantis he can actually survive a Cryoblast, whereas a Necruff would still die to it under a Atlantis. Next we have 2 copies of Viscerus. Viscerus is there to counter other Viscerus due to the fact that his own ability states he gets +1 for each Viscerus. And he's an extremely strong beater that can represent a 2-for-1 summon. For the final Elestral, we have 1 copy of Elichick in order to search out the 2 divines that we keep in this deck to help with combat. Before we continue the video, I want to remind everybody that at 100 subs, I will be giving away a Reverse Stellar Exaltus. All you have to do to enter this is like and subscribe, and you will be entered to win this beautiful card. Now, without further ado, let's get into it. To start off the runes, we're running 2 divines, 1 Zeus and 1 Demeter. Both give either -3/-3 or +3/+3 to an Elestral, and can greatly assist in combat. After that, we have 3 copies of Ambrosia, a 1-cost Omni rune that states return up to 3 spirits from your underworld to your deck. While we're super efficient on our spirits, this can still be useful because healing is broken in this game and allows you to continue the playing since everything in this game costs your resources. Now moving on to our removal package, we're playing 3 copies of Cryoblast, a 1-cost Frost invoke rune that states target an Elestral that is not frost enchanted until the end phase, give him -2 defense, and when that Elestral has hit has hit 0 defense, you must destroy it. Not only is this strong due to the fact that other Zoo decks this will counter for the most part, paired with Zeus, Cryoblast essentially is a weirdly color comboed Earthquake in the fact that it can kill anything in the game. We're playing one copy of Resting on Your Laurels. If an opponent has 2 or more enchanting spirits than you do, target and destroy an Celestial with the least number of enchanting spirits, and one copy of Earthquake. Target and destroy an Celestial. Now for the counter runes, we have what you would call the typical 12. We're running 3 Poison Tipped Arrow, 3 Gorgon's Gaze, 3 Shield of Achilles, and 3 Tsunami. PTA is for removal, Gorgon's Gaze is to say no to anything an Celestial might want to do, Shield is to bounce any threat an opponent might have to hand, and Tsunami blanks an entire battle phase unless they're water enchanted. Now for the Spirit deck, we have 2 Flurmine for the Cryoblast, 5 Zaptors for our Elichick, Aster-Rabbits, and our Zeus. We have 6 Terratlas for our Demeter, Viscerus, and our Earthquake. And we have 7 Leviathan for our Water Elestrals and our Tsunami. If you like this video, please comment, please like and subscribe. Would you play this deck? Comment down below, and I will be back with another deck list tomorrow. Peace.